Stepping back in, we locked in. Hey, still standing down, you heard me? Hey, we gonna go ahead and spin this shit big wrong. Give y'all a little update. I understand that it's probably been, what, 2 weeks since I dropped the video. That's understandable, you know. Hey, things be out here happening. I honestly, with flatbed, every day, I don't have certain equipment to be out here, doing my little shit. Once again, I have to remain focused at all times when it come down to being this whole on-operator situation. Hey, boy, it's stressful. So let's kick it in. Let's kick it in. So I can allow y'all to know what's going on. I do have. I've been having pretty decent weeks. Decent, running the hell out that truck. Not gonna hold you. We did the PM service. I ended up having to get 2 knock sensors replaced. So the way I found that out is I picked the load up riding down the highway in the middle of the night. It was a dude broke down in the right lane. I was about to go around him, had to stand on the brakes a little bit. So he was broke down in a curve. So I had to slow down. And when I slowed down, I could see the smoke coming from up under the truck. So I'm like, damn, I pull over. I had literally just passed the Loves out there in Illinois. So I pull over to the rest area. I'm like, yeah, truck keep smoking, keep smoking. It say the exhaust was hot. So I'm like, all right, bet, let me go ahead and regen real quick. Truck will not regen. So I'm like, okay, cool. Spin around, drive the little 3 miles back to the Loves. I was smoking, the truck was smoking and all that, but I'd rather push that truck that 3 miles than to have somebody come out there and tow my truck. Honestly, I ain't had no engine lights on or nothing. So, I had the engine light on, but it wasn't the stop engine light. So I'm like, okay, cool. An extra 10 minutes of driving ain't gonna hurt nobody if that's what it took, max. So I'm like, all right, cool. Get out there. I go ahead and check in about 10 o'clock at night. So the guys say, we closed right now. We ain't got no texts. We ain't gonna have no texts until the morning, about 9, 10 o'clock. So I say, all right, bet. I hop out about, let's see, about 6:30 in the morning. I pop up. I'm like, all right, cool. I go over there, try to, see what's going on. Around about 8, 9 o'clock, dude say we got 2 trucks ahead of you. I say, all right, you sit back and you allow them to do their job. You gonna wait around. It ain't really much you can do out here. So what ended up happening was around about 3:30, dude come out there. He like, you the blood driver. I say, hey, why? What's going on? We ain't gonna be able to get to you today because our tech just left on 2 roll calls. Damn, So I'm like, all right, cool. I end up calling them blood maintenance. They like go up the street to the TA, which was over there in Ena, Illinois. So I head on up there. I get there. The dude say, all right, cool. We'll start taking this apart. You gotta wait 2.5 to 3 hours before the part get here. So I say, all right, bet. That sound a whole lot better than what dude was talking about earlier. So cool. It's about 9 at night. Love's called back. Hey, we ready for you. Don't even worry about it. Cause literally an hour later, my truck was ready. So the thing is this. They would have still had to order the part, wait on the part. I would have been there longer. I was able to get it swapped out at the TA, grab my load, and go deliver my load the following morning. Mess around with Loves, I won't be going back though, because every time I do go to a Loves, they don't have enough ticks. One thing I do not understand when it comes down to these Loves is, or any like these shops, why do y'all have shops 24 hours, right? And one or two ticks? What is that shit there about? Like, how you a shop close the whole fucking shop down? And then they have an attitude because you a tired tick. Like, bro, go become a diesel mechanic. It's not. If you in the shop all day long with diesel mechanics, how you don't know how to do certain things, or even allow them to even certify you to do something? So with that being said, I won't be going back to no loves. I rock all the TAs and take my ass to the dealership. So we've been running pretty decent. I was about to take my ass home after I delivered to Charlotte. But I said, I can get about 2 more loads in. This is what my ass get. So I deliver in Charlotte. Fleet manager, hey, we ain't got nothing coming out right now. I say, you know what? I'm about to crank up and head on to the crib. I'm about to head to the house. Next thing I know, I'm riding through the yard and I see about 10 preloaded trailers. So I say, okay. I go inside and ask the dude. He like, yeah, I work for Bluff. Let me see what happened with this driver because he a dedicated driver and his truck ended up breaking down. It was a transmission, or the transmission ended up going off. So I say, all right, cool. He come on like 15 minutes later. Hey, yeah, driver, here go the paperwork. You can take this load. It's over there across the yard. Cool. I drive on over there. I grab the load, something simple. 20,000 pounds. I'm like, yeah, we about to go, slide up 77, hit that 81, drop it off up there in Virginia. Easy, 400 miles. I'm coming up the highway last night. My truck started. Made this noise. And I'm like, man, what is it? Like a ticking noise or something. So I pull up right there in, what is it called? It was a T8 on there, off of 81. 50 miles for Raffine. I pull up down there, I pipe the hood. I mean, a ticking coming from the driver's side. I mean, the passenger side. So I'm like, man, that sound like an actuator or a lifter or something. Like, I just knew it was something that was in that realm. Like, it just had that sound. So I'm like, damn, bro, I hope it ain't no lifter. Like, I ain't see nothing leaking out, no nothing. So I say, all right, cool. Go inside, check in. Oh, we ain't got no ticks. Once again, 24 hours, no ticks. So I hype up. No, I pull inside. Right before I pull inside, I call blood maintenance and I say, hey, do y'all know what's going on in my truck? I got an engine light on. Y'all can see that over there? He said, yeah, it shows turbo actuator. And it says EGR because somehow with the computer system, the turbo actuator is actually connected to the EGR system. So if the turbo actuator goes out, it throws a flag for the EGR. I went ahead and ordered the EGR, little delete. It's about that time because I'm not about to keep dealing with it. So I said, all right, cool. Went ahead and ordered it. And I pulled it into the TA bay, and he was like, yeah, that's what it looked like. That's what it sounded like. But we don't work on Petco. I said, since when? Like, I done had a Petco before and he said go 10 miles up the road, hit Raffine, it's a Peterbilt. I go over there, I let them see what they talking about. I pull up, the lady said, oh yeah, we could do this, we could do that. Da, 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 da. Oh yeah, like your truck still got warranty. All right, say less. What we about to do? Well, we're going to go ahead and order it, but it's going to have to be overnighted. And then we're going to get it tomorrow. Me thinking, well, tomorrow Wednesday. I still got a load on me. I ain't going to fight it. So I end up getting my load. I came over, dropped my load off, went over there, and I parked up. They say tomorrow, between 10 and 11, the part will be here. It takes 2 to 3 hours to swap out the actuator. That's the only problem my truck got right now. One thing about it is, the guys, it was a guy sitting out there, and he say, you know, you can clear that code. You can clear the code out, and they can do a bypass. He said it'll probably last you, you could probably run a week on it, but do it now. I understand the holidays or whatnot. It's coming up, but this will come with trucking. And when people say, oh yeah, being an owner operator is all good, it's all this and all that, it's really not. You know, so I wanted to run my experience and give my opinion. When it come down to trucking, being a company driver ain't bad. Being a lease operator is not bad. Being an owner operator ain't bad. But you got to understand the responsibilities that come with each one. Company driver might make a little less. Taxes removed. Not much headache. Not much overhead. You might have to work when they want you to work. But hey, that's life, right? Lease operator, they taking out escrow. They doing this and they doing that. You got an umbrella. They out your holding your hand. Okay, cool. So now, you got your own operator. Everything comes out of your pocket. Even if certain things aren't up under warranty, that shit comes out your pocket. So just like my knock sensors, right? The knock sensors that I just put on up, those $2,500. That's all my pocket. For a lease operator, they made sure they put your escrow to the side. For a company driver, you don't have to worry about that. You run for a decent week, truck go down again. Now we have a turbo actuator. The turbo actuator itself is probably running about $1,500. The labor, they got to drain the coolant, they got to reprogram, remove, replace turbo actuator. That's out of pocket. So just like when people go back and forth, like, oh yeah, I shouldn't lease no truck, I shouldn't buy one, you're gonna come off the pocket with the same amount. So even though as an owner operator, I might make more than you do, but that same money that you put into your escrow account, it's the same money I have to put into my escrow account and be held liable for it. There's no wrong way to go with this. It's just about how much you're willing to take and put up with. If you're with a company that you're not making that much money as an owner operator, move around. Because you have to be making the right amount of money or close enough to be able to own and operate a commercial vehicle. Lease operators, they teaching you how to do this. So when you get out there by yourself, it's not, oh, I made $5,000 this week. Technically, I made $1,500 because that goes into the escrow. This got to be put back for taxes. I got these amount of expenses for the month. It's not a week-to-week thing. It's a monthly thing. So some drivers, hey man, I make $2,000 a week. I might not even, I don't think about it like that. You got 4 weeks in a month. I make $8,000 a month. So now I can take all my bills and all my expenses and put it all together and fit it to where I'm comfortable. And then also put to the side for the following month. And as long as you can put yourself 2 to 3 months ahead, you'll be fine. Certain things don't work for certain people. And if it works for you, that don't mean it's going to work for your partner. Even if y'all went the same exact route, it's not destined for that person to take the route that you offered them. You're not their path leader. You're not God. So you got to allow people to go on their own route. I hear the argument all the time. Where's it better to lease or buy? Either or, honestly. Just don't go to a company and go lease a truck and then turn around and be like, oh, I want to move the truck. You need to go somewhere where you can lease a truck and take the truck wherever you want to. Versus going, once again, to a company and leasing it from them and you can't move the truck. Because that's able to cap you. Trucks govern the amount of miles you can do a week, amount of loads you can do a week. They actually watching you. So, well, owner operators, you can't really cap them because the speed of the trucks, we not governed. You know, depending on the account, you might be able to do 3, 4, 5 loads. Last week I did 5 loads. So it's like you can make the money out you, but understand that you have the responsibility. Understand it. This shit gets stressful. The hype with the, oh, I want to be an owner operator. Get in. Understand. Learn. Lease. And when you lease, it's teaching you this owner operator shit. Once you lease, you understand owner op, and then you go buy a truck. And now you've been doing it before. So when you become an owner operator, it's so much easier. Some things just get to a point where I'm just really just, my truck done been in the shop a few times, honestly. And a couple of people that I do talk to was like, bro, you gonna keep, why your truck? Like, you just got your, it's a truck. It's a man-made machine. I'm not about to get mad at my truck because it keep going down. It's not even the engine. Oh, it's a pet car. And so it's not the engine. It's things around the engine. To each his own, what you wanna, you know. But if I got me a 35,000 pound load and I'm cruising 70, hey, that little 8, 9 miles a gallon on my days look real good. So I can care less about, you know, if it's gonna be a Cummins, you heavy up front. You're not gonna get that gas mileage. I promise you that. So my thing is, I went with a certain type of truck and engine to benefit me, to keep more fuel in my pocket. I don't want to put all that fuel in my truck. I'd rather keep that fuel money in my pocket. I say $800 to $1,100 a week I'm spending on fuel. And I'll be heavy. And I'm pretty sure them heavy ass loads will tow that, that turbo actuator up. So I'm not even tripping on it. I'm not tripping on it at all. So another thing too, when you out here, right, and this for company drivers, lease drivers. Let's just say, for instance, your truck going to shop. I had this happen to me. Your truck going to shop. You contact the dealership. That's not up on the warranty. You contact NTP. All right, yeah, that's under warranty. All right. Y'all don't approve my shit for the next 5 hours. So you expect me to sit around until you approve it, right? When you are a company driver and you know your steps, understand the industry, learn the industry. Next step, lease. Understand it more, learn it more. Whole time, credit building, business credit building. Focus and understand the business aspect. Understand the difference between the S Corp and the C Corp. Understand what trust funds are. Understand that you can transfer funds into an offshore account. Understand the business aspect. When you go out to buy a truck, you already need to understand what it means by OPM, other people's money. Some people, cash people. A lot of us, credit people. Because having that understanding is, I know for a fact I can put money somewhere and create a residual. Create that residual and put it somewhere that can create interest. So whatever expenses I have, guess what? My residuals can pay for it. And the moment that my residuals is paying for it, I'm not depleting because I have so much interest. It helps. It's no max on how many LLCs you have. I can rock an S Corp all day long. I know I can go and get a trust fund. And I know I can transfer it into an offshore account. It's possible. So when you have issues like breakdowns, all right, NTP want to take forever, I got my own money. Credit. Boom. Business credit cards. 75,000, 125,000, 98,000. All right, cool. Now, swipe. Get my truck out of here. The minute that they not using the warranties and everything else, guess what? We got to hurry up and get it out of here because we not going to make that much money off of this truck. Get my truck back. They say, you know, your truck done in 3-4 hours. Honestly, I'd rather pay out my pocket right now and run the next 4 or 5 days versus wait 4 or 5 days until they approve it, go through the whole shop process. I don't have time. Pay it, get it out. By the time this bill hits my credit line and I have to pay a bare minimum, I already done made it back. Understand the process. And it don't have to be off of trucking. That residual aspect, okay, I took the residual, put it back into my credit, boom, that's paid for. It's certain ways you got to understand and maneuver. It's not about just sitting behind the truck. You can't just sit behind the wheel and figure all of this is going to come together and it's going to work out for you. It's going, because it's not, you're going to struggle. If you don't have the right dedicated account, you don't have the right team, you don't have the, I done thought so many times, like just being over here, blah, I'm about to jump out on my own. Hell no. I don't want the insurance. I don't want the liability. I don't have time for it. Put yourself in a position where you can be comfortable. You don't need 4, 5, 6 trucks out the gate. If they come down the line, master this shit first. I know a lot of people with a lot of trucks. And they trying to find companies to take them over there, lease the trucks on and do this and do that. It don't always work out for everybody. So the next thing you know, they end up selling the trucks back to the dealership. Or some, I ain't gonna put the homeless business out there, but they'll buy 2 or 3 trucks. And them other 6 trucks they got, hey, take them back. And now you owe, what is it called? They owe like some type of, if you buy a fleet of trucks and you give a certain amount back, you got to pay some type of fee to return the trucks. But also it's hitting your credit. I don't want them issues. To be comfortable with a little over $2,000, $200,000 a year, 1 truck, a nice umbrella, and an understanding will get you exactly where you need to be. Me, that's my personal experience off of 1 truck. You can make it happen. You can do it. Multiple times over and over again. If you go back and watch my videos about, what, 3, 4 years ago? When it was like, you know, Frank, buy this truck. Frank, buy that truck. Frank, why you doing this? Frank, why you... Everything YouTube done asked me to do over here, y'all straight up, Frank, you need to be a company driver and go get some experience. I did it. Frank, you need to go lease a truck. I did it. Frank, you need to go buy another. I did it. Frank, you need to go back to company. I did it. I did everything. Finally, I say, you know what? I understand the industry. And I know what I want and what I don't want. I want my own truck. I need to make at least $4,000 or $5,000 a week. But I want an umbrella. I got what I wanted. Trucking ain't going nowhere right now. This is my passion. I'm not going nowhere. So I keep the content rolling. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably tuned in thinking, boy, this boy is out the, this nigga finally failed. One thing about it is, I don't fail. And my biggest fear, and the reason why I say that is, because my biggest fear is my kids seeing me fail. So even when I have come short, they'll never see it. That's why I work and I do the things that I do. If you allow trucking to be your only income, you might want to go do something else. Trucking is a foundation. So if you got this solid foundation, understand this part, right? If I got this solid foundation And then I come up with other business ideas. Trucking funds it. So as you stack different ideas on top of ideas, and you manifest them and pull them together, it works out. Speak it. Don't tell nobody, hey, bro, next year, oh, yeah, give me 2 or 3 years. You speaking failure into your life. I already got it. It's tangible. I can reach it. I can touch it. I got an understanding. I'm not broke right now. I'm just in between blessings. You got a business? Oh, no, not yet. Yeah, I do got one. I got one in mind. I got one in mind. And I got to put my blueprint together and pull all the pieces together. But I'm working on that part right there. Change up the way you're talking about yourself, about your business ideas and all of that. You got to change it. Have a better understanding on power is in the tongue. We all got it. We all there. It's no competition. Because honestly, no matter how much money you make out here, bro, the only thing you can do is open businesses, buy houses, and buy cars and take a vacation. When the fuck do they get old? What you fighting for? So instead of doing it for everybody else, do it for you. Not because of what people say and what people think of you or what people... Because a lot of times I hear, hey, boy, when I get this truck, I'm on their ass. Who ass you on? Because don't nobody really care about it but a bunch of dudes on the internet. Do it for you. Understand your value and your worth. Put yourself first a lot of these times. Majority of the times. Because if you don't do it for yourself, ain't nobody else going to do it. And whoever putting you first in their life is under conditions. Only you going to love you and put yourself first unconditionally. Understand it. And this ain't about relationships or friendships. It's about everything in one. Put yourself first. Do it for you. Build your empire for you. And guess what? The ones that you allow in and welcome in, that's who have privilege. Let people understand that your presence is a privilege. Stop allowing people to have so much access to you. Because the thing is, when you let people have access to you, the next thing that ends up happening is, now you depressed. Now you battling different mental issues. Now you battling different spirits. Cleanse yourself and understand yourself. Because with trucking, it's not just about the money. You got to understand your health as well. Me out here running, I ain't gonna hold you. I done picked up like 7 pounds. Don't tell nobody that. I picked up like 7 pounds. Like, yeah, bro, we big walking every day. We big walking. Because if you ain't got decent health, where the wealth come in at? That don't make no sense. It don't make no sense at all. So, with that being said, I'm still a little sick. I'm still a little under the weather. You hear me? So, we're going to continue to run. Continue to knock it out. Hopefully tomorrow, you know, I ain't going to say hopefully. Tomorrow's going to be a better day. Tomorrow's going to be a better understanding. Tomorrow's going to come with a different lesson. You know, we're going to get this truck off the shop tomorrow. We're going to be able to go take our load, go drive that, make that happen. And we're going to go ahead and head back to the house. And in reality, if anything decides to come in between what I already manifest and what I already understand and believe in, I'm still grateful for another day. You know, I'm not big on the holidays, but I know family is big on the holidays. So I don't mind to go on and support the family. But for y'all to understand what Thanksgiving is, we won't get too deep into that. But I hope everybody out there being safe. Hope everybody out there, you know, enjoying their time. Y'all stay out of trouble. Be safe at all times. And I'll definitely catch up with you on the next one. Yeah.